Why say the same old, I have a stomach ache, I'm not feeling well, my stomach is upset? Learn these new ways to complain about health. Just kidding. We will cover health vocabulary and we start right at the top and we move downwards towards the toes. Here are simple phrases to describe symptoms across different parts of your body. There's an amazing whole new section on amazing advanced vocabulary on health. So do not miss that out. It's towards the end of the video. So you'll have to do a little bit of waiting, okay? But I assure you it's going to be worth your wait. You're going to be learning about some crazy great words today that you could start using to sound more elegant. Okay, I've got a homework for you in this video. And believe me, the homework has the answers in this video. Your homework is to write the following 3 sentences in advanced vocabulary in the comments below. The answers to all these 3 are in this video. But answers you will figure out on your own. The force of impact jerked the man's head. The X-ray showed a broken bone in her wrist. He has a painful bruise on his leg from the accident. So what you have to do is the highlighted words have to be changed by some other word or words from the video because I've got the answers covered here. Alright, let's start with skin, the biggest organ of your body. So here are a few sentences that you could use for any of the body parts that we are going to be covering in this video. Alright, all of these sentences have something or the other to teach you. They're going to teach you some nice words that you could learn, rehearse with me. If you feel like pausing the video sometimes to learn a word, feel free to do it. Or there's a PDF in the video. Like always, you could download that PDF and what you have to do is you have to visit that PDF every now and then, probably print it out, paste it on a cupboard in front of you so that you could see those words again and again. And the more you see them, the more you rehearse them and the more they stay with you longer. So let's first start with the first sentence on the list, which is my skin is peeling. वो जो झड़ रही होती है, yeah, my skin is peeling. I have a rash on my skin. I have a rash that itches. I have dry, flaky skin. I have hives on my skin. Hives, they look really terrible. My skin feels hot to the touch. I have a blister on my heel. So blisters are small and they are filled with fluid. They usually last 3 or 4 days, but they are painful and they are very uncomfortable. I have a mole that's changing color. Do moles change color? Yeah, sometimes they darken. Next we come to head, okay? So I started with skin because skin is all over. Now we come to head. I have a headache. Or if the headache is really bad, there are these 2 words that you could use for it. I have a throbbing headache. Or I have a splitting headache. And whenever I will use a good word, there's going to be meaning of that word flashing right here. Do not worry. So meaning of throbbing is causing pain in a series of regular beats. You hit a finger hard. It feels like your heart is beating in your finger. That is throbbing. You can feel your heartbeat in your finger. That is throbbing, okay? Next is, I have a pounding headache. So throbbing, splitting, pounding, each equally good. All of these describe a severe headache, okay? Another one is, I have a migraine. Now, migraine is a serious issue that some people experience. I have sinus pain. Okay, let's move to eyes. I have a pink eye. That reddish eye, you call it pink eye, okay? And the medical term for it is conjunctivitis. Or you could just simply say, my eye has an infection. I have conjunctivitis. Medical term is also very common, okay? Fun fact, I have pink eye in both eyes. That's the correct statement. So in case you've got conjunctivitis infection in both your eyes, which is actually more usual than not. So you do not say I have pink eyes. No, you say I have pink eye in both eyes. So pink eye is always singular. In most cases, pink eye are bilateral, meaning they occur in both eyes together. I have redness in my eyes. That is also another way to say it. I have dry eyes. It is usually caused by the screen time or when you study too hard with less light. That actually gave me dry eyes and it's kind of incurable. It's not curing. My eyes are itchy. My eyelids are swollen. I have blurry vision. Next is ears. I have ringing in my ears. Have you heard that? Yeah, that happens. I have ringing in my ears. Next we come to nose. I have a blocked nose. I have a stuffy nose. That's another way to say blocked nose. I'm congested, can't swallow. I have a runny nose, which is opposite of stuffy nose. I have trouble breathing. So when you have a runny nose or you have stuffy nose, blocked nose, you face trouble breathing. So I have trouble breathing. I can't stop sneezing. I can't stop coughing. I have a cough. So cough is the correct pronunciation and not cough. Next we come to teeth. I have a toothache. My gums are swollen. I have a coarse sore on my lip. I have a swollen jaw. I have a mouth ulcer. Extremely painful. Mouth ulcer. Or you could also say, I have a canker sore. Canker sore is another name for mouth ulcer. A canker sore is small, shallow ulcer. I have a cavity. वो गड्ढा दांतों के बीच में. My dentist gave me a filling. I actually have a filling. Do you have a filling? Next we come to throat. I have a sore throat. I have difficulty swallowing because I have sore throat. Sore is, it is hurting. It hurts when I swallow. I have a stiff neck. So throat is this area in the front. Neck is this entire body here. Okay? All of it, back and front together. This circle. I have a stiff neck. Can't move my neck. I have a hoarse voice. I have a hoarse voice. I have a persistent cough. So if it has been going on for quite some time now, a couple of months maybe, you say, I have a persistent cough. Next we come to neck. I have swollen glands in my neck inside. Something like tonsillitis. Next we come to shoulders. I have shoulder pain. Next, chest. Sometimes I have difficulty breathing. I have asthma. So it's not asthma, it's incorrect pronunciation, it's asthma. I carry my inhaler with me. I have high blood pressure. I have a sharp pain in my chest. So it's located in a particular part of the chest and it is extremely painful. Sharp pain in my chest. I feel a tightness in my chest. So you're not very relaxed. You're not very flexible in your chest. You're feeling a little discomfort. It's tightness in my chest. I feel short of breath. I have wheezing in my chest. Here's the meaning. Good word. Learn it. I have palpitations. Irregular heartbeat is called palpitation. This was experienced by a lot of people post-COVID. I was one of them. Next we have arms and hands. I have numbness in my fingers. Numbness, can't feel anything, okay? I have tingling in my hands, as if somebody is poking pins in my hand. That is tingling feeling. I have tingling in my hands. My wrist is swollen. I have arthritis in my fingers. Arthritis is a condition which is very painful. It mostly affects the elderly. I have bruising on my arm. Bruising is chot lagna, okay? Next we come to stomach. I have a stomach ache. I have diarrhea, going to the washroom again and again. I'm constipated, not going to washroom at all. Or you could say, I have constipation. I feel bloated. Bloated is your stomach stretching outwards, okay? I feel bloated. Women feel it once a month. I have heartburn. Heartburn is acid reflux. That terrible feeling. I feel very scared of it. I have indigestion. I have cramps in my stomach. So you could say I have a stomach ache or you could say I have cramps in my stomach. Although cramps is more of this movement where pain comes and goes and comes and goes. Those are cramps. I have a stabbing pain in my abdomen. Learn this, stabbing pain, very hard pain, okay? Stabbing pain in my abdomen. I feel a burning sensation in my stomach. Burning sensation, discomfort. Next we come to legs. I have a bunion on my toe. Bunion. Learn this. It's a whole new word. Most of you are hearing it for the first time, no? I have a bunion on my toe. I have numbness in my toes. Numbness, when you can't feel anything in your toes, okay? I have a rash on my leg. A rash, a red patch, a rash on my leg. It could be because of allergy, infection, insect bite, etc. I have a cramp. So cramps usually happen in muscles. Legs have muscles, right? So it can affect a muscle in your legs. I need to stretch my muscles. A few of your muscle names are calves, you've got biceps, triceps. I have a bruise on my leg. Another thing is that a fruit could also be bruised, okay? If it is slightly damaged, you could say that the fruit is bruised. I twisted my ankle. I have swollen ankle. I have swelling on my knee. I have swelling in my ankle. So on my knee, in my ankle. I have a wart on my foot. Learn with pictures. They are hard, they take time to cure, and usually you need to see a doctor to remove them. I have a blister on my foot. Next we come to back. I have stiffness in my lower back. Happens a lot, right? People find it difficult to move. I have pain in my lower back. Okay, that's a simpler way of saying it. So stiffness is different from pain. Stiffness you experience when you try to move, but pain is a persistent feeling. You feel it all the time when there's pain, right? I have a pinched nerve in my back. Learn this one. It's slightly new. So a particular nerve is hurting. I have a sharp pain in my upper back or lower back. My back spasms when I move. Spasms. It hurts. Spasms is a good word. Learn it. I have a shooting pain down my back. Shooting pain. Again, strong pain. Now here's a bonus for you. I'm going to talk about 25 statements that you can use for general condition that is happening all over your body. Okay, let's get into it. These are some very good new words that you're going to be learning today. Okay, let's start. I feel lightheaded. I'm feeling cranky. Very good word. Learn it. When people are irritated because of their ill health, that is, they're feeling cranky. My muscles are sore. They hurt. I feel chills. I have a cold. There's a big difference between I have a cold, I am cold. If you have a cold, you mean you have symptoms of cold, like you have a runny nose and your temperature is slightly high. Okay, you get it. But when you are cold, I am cold. That means you're feeling cold. I have a fever or I have a temperature. I am dizzy. I have the flu. Flu is short for influenza. Difference between a cold and the flu. Answer is, you say I have a cold and you say I have the flu. You don't say I have a flu, alright? Because flu is the name of that particular disease. Flu is more severe and less common. Cold is more common. I feel like vomiting. I want to throw up. That's another informal way of saying you feel like vomiting. There's a very good word. I want to barf. Okay, barf means vomit. I have arthritis. I feel nauseous. Nauseous is when you feel like vomiting. That's another word, okay? Nauseous. Instead of saying I feel like vomiting, you could say I feel nauseous. Many people experience nausea when they're on a boat, okay? When they're sailing. Or you could say I am nauseous. I have nausea or I am nauseous. I have a burning sensation when I pee. It happens to some people. I feel fatigued all the time. I have swelling all over my body. I feel feverish but don't have a fever. So it happens with you, right? You feel you have fever, but when you check on thermometer, there's nothing, right? So that is, I feel feverish, but I don't have a fever. I have chills and I am sweating. I have aches and pains all over. I feel weak in my joints. My muscles are cramping. That brings me to the end of this section. Now comes the special part where you're going to be learning some amazing, great, advanced level words with me. Let's get into it. They're not many, but they're good. Now, these are names of a few types of injuries. I covered this on an Instagram reel and people really enjoyed it. So I thought I'm going to include this on my long video also. First one is strain. This is tearing of muscles. I strained my back lifting heavy boxes yesterday. Sprain. This is an injury to ligaments. This is different from strain. Strain is to muscles. Sprain is to ligaments. Ligaments are tissues connecting bones. She sprained her ankle while jogging in the park. Dislocation. When a bone is forced out of its normal position. He suffered a shoulder dislocation after falling off his bike. Concussion, a mild traumatic brain injury caused by a blow to the head. The football player had a mild concussion after the collision. Next is laceration. Now this is a really good word because it describes something that happens to people a lot. A deep cut. A deep cut is called laceration. He needed stitches for the laceration on his arm. Abrasion, again a great word. A superficial injury where the skin is scraped or rubbed away. Kharoch is abrasion. The cyclist had an abrasion on his knee from the fall. puncture wound, a deep wound caused by a sharp object, such as a nail or a needle. She got a puncture wound from stepping on a nail. Painful. Next is fracture. Fracture. Look at the questions that I gave you for homework for this one. Hint. The X-ray showed a small fracture in her wrist. We all know what a fracture is, right? Next, now this is a great word. Contusion. This is a bruise. So next time you see a bruise, you could say it's a contusion. He has a painful contusion on his leg from the accident. Next is hernia. Lifting too much weight can lead to a hernia. Burn. She accidentally touched the hot pan and got a burn on her hand. Whiplash. Again, hint, watch out for the meaning. A neck injury caused by sudden, forceful movement, typically from a car accident, leading to stiffness and pain. Whiplash. After the car accident, she was diagnosed with whiplash. So this may be typically after a car accident, but you could use it otherwise also for a sudden jerk to your neck. Moving on. Tear. The athlete tore a ligament during the match. Tore, past tense for tear. Alright, so that was all in this video. Please do your homework. I have spent so much time shooting this. You could just write a comment to me, right? Please share some lovely thought in the comments below if you like the video or not. I would love to improve myself. If there's any suggestion, I most welcome it. Another thing is, I would really appreciate if you like the video, please give it a like. I would love it. And it would be great if you could share it with your friends and family. Thank you very much. Let's learn together. Let's grow together. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.